Hello, good afternoon students. In the chapter Morphology of Flowering Plants, still for so far we have studied about the definition of flower. In the sense, flower, it is a reproductive unit of a plant used for the sexual reproduction. And after that we have studied about the bisexual flowers, unisexual flower, and the parts of flowers. Like that means parts of flower in the sense calyx, corolla, androecium, gynoecium, and in between these two are accessory organs, two are reproductive organs. Then we have studied about the flowers, different kinds of flowers based upon the arrangement of a calyx, corolla, androecium with respect to the gynoecium. The next we will start with the point parts of flower. In parts of flower, we have studied about the calyx, outermost whorl of a flower. We used to call it as sepals or a sepal. Then innermost whorl for the calyx, we are going to call it as a corolla. The members of corolla are the petals. Next, we will study about the aestivation, definition of aestivation, different kinds of aestivations, and that I told you people the very important question for the 5 marks. Definition for the aestivation, and used to write the different type of aestivation in the sense valvate aestivation, then twisted aestivation, imbracate aestivation, auxiliary aestivation, etc. And for each used to give the example. Understood? After that, in today's class, we are going to discuss next two parts of the flower in the sense whatever we were studying about these two parts. What are those? Calyx and corolla, these are the accessory organs. Now we are going to discussing about the reproductive organs. Male reproductive organ, we are going to call that as a androecium, and female reproductive organ in a flower, we are going to call that as a gynoecium. In today's class, we are going to discuss a bit slow about the androecium. What is androecium? Androecium, it is nothing but it is a male reproductive organ. It is composed of stamens. It is composed of stamens, and each stamen represent the male reproductive organ. Each stamen represent the male reproductive organ. Now, here I am going to draw one stamen. Okay, stamen simply used to draw like this. And what is going to happen? There are different kinds of stamens. There are different kinds of stamens and their length. Different lengths you are going to find in a different species. And their arrangement also different from one flower to the another flower. Okay, but some basic characters are there. Those are common in each flower. Here, what I did, I drawn the diagram of a stamen. I drawn the diagram of a stamen. Basically, this stamen consists of what? This is the stalk or filament, and this is anther. This is what? Anther. And now I am going to explain you about these things. When we are going to explain the stamen, stamen is nothing but what? Each stamen is represent the male reproductive organ of a flower, and this stamen consists of stalk or filament and anther. Usually this anther is bilobed. Anther is bilobed. Anther is what I told you, bilobed. Anther is bilobed. What I told you, the anther, basically all the anthers are bilobed and each has two chambers. This bilobed each has two chambers. In the sense, bilobed andre nodriga, this is one lobe, this one is another lobe. ಇದ್ರೊಳಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನಂತ ತಂದಾಗ I am going to draw here when we are going to take a section of this what bilobed anther, in the sense one lobe you are going to find two chambers. You used to find the two chambers. Okay. For example, if you are going to take a section of this bilobed, suppose this is what I am drawn here. This is the anther. Here in this anther, this is one lobe and this one is second lobe, and each lobe has two chambers. Each lobe has two chambers, and in these two chambers you are going to get formation of pollen grains. Pollen grains are produced in a what? Bilobed anther has a two chambers, and in these chambers the production of pollen grains has to take place. Pollen grains has to take place. In the sense, these chambers are developed into the pollen sacs. Pollen sacs. E pollen sac pollen grains the growth activity. Understood? So we are discussing about the androecium. Androecium is nothing but it is composed of stamen, and each stamen represents the male reproductive organ. Each stamen represents the male reproductive organ. And here I drawn the diagram about the stamen. Idella complete is stamen. This is stamen. Stamen consists of star or filament, what slender, long star or filament, and another part of the stamen is anther. And here I told you anther usually it is bilobe, and each lobe has two chambers. We are going to call them as a pollen sacs, and within the pollen sacs the pollen grains are going to produce. Okay, this is about what we are going to call that as a means we have said about the structure of stamen. This is about the structure of stamen. Now, what is going to happen? Some flowers which are having the stamens, but they are not functioning reproductively. Those are called as a sterile stamens. And if the stamen is sterile, that time we are going to call that one as a staminode. What I told you, in some flowers, the stamens are sterile, and if the stamens are sterile, that time we are going to call that stamen as a staminode. This is very important point for a 1 mark question. Okay. Now, what we are going to discuss? Let us start discussing about the thing. What I told you when I drawn the diagram about the filament here, stamen, and I named it as a anther, and this one is a filament. And that time I told you the length of the filament is varies. Varies in the sense changes from one flower or one species of a plant to the another species of flower. The length of the filament is differ from one flower to the another flower, or one species of a flower to the another species of a flower. Now, here still so far we have discussed about the stamen. What the androecium composed of a stamen. In androecium, we are going to find the stamen, and that stamen, each stamen is represent the male reproductive organ, and the stamen consists of anther and filament. Each anther is bilobe, and each lobe consists of two chambers, and those two chambers are called as a pollen sacs, and in pollen sacs, the pollen grains are going to develop. After this, what we are going to study in the sense how they are arranged, in the sense whether the stamen in the sense what androecium. Before this, what we are studying calyx and corolla, and another one thing we are studying about the perianth, where we are going to not distinguish calyx and corolla. Complete the portion we are going to call it as a perianth, or you are going to remember the definition of perianth, and you tell me when we are going to in online class I will tell perianth definition of the head. Okay. Here, what I used to tell you people in the sense, the stamen which is present in a flower. Okay, that time what is going to happen in the sense, stamens are sometimes attached or fused to the calyx and corolla, or else they are going to fuse within themselves. In the sense, the stamens may be two or more, or what we are going to call, there are many numbers of a stamens. What I written here, androecium, it is composed of a stamens, in the sense more than one, and each stamen represent the reproductive organ, male reproductive organs. Now what we are going to study, ಈಗ ನಾವು ಏನು ಕಲಿಯಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊಂಟಿದ್ದೇವಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಸ್ಟಾಮೆನ್ಸ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ನ ಇದ್ದಾಗ whether they are attached to the other parts of the flower, or if there are many stamens, they are fused. Suppose these are the four stamens, these are fused in the sense ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಹತ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾವು, ಅಥವಾ whether they are free ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾವು. Based on that, there are the different kinds of flowers we are going to study. What are those in the sense? First, we are going to study about the epipetals. First type of a flower, that what I written on the board, that is epipetals. Epipetals in the sense what? Epipetals in the sense what? These stamens are attached to petals. Epipetals in the sense what? The stamens are attached to the petals. That means petals. An example here we are going to study brinjal. Brinjal in the sense ಬದನೆಕಾಯಿ. ಬದನೆಕಾಯಿ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದಾಗ ಏನು stamens ಇರ್ತಾವೆ, those stamens are attached to the what? Petals. That is what epipetals. Second one is epiphyllus. Epiphyllus. Here the same definition, these stamens are attached to the petals. Stamens are attached to the perianth, and you are going to find out once again the perianth definition. I told you in a previous class. It is perianth. Okay, if the stamens are attached to the perianth, that is what we are going to call it as a epiphyllus. And this one example here, example is lily. Example here in this type of what flower, that is lily. Next we are going to call that one as a, here now I told you stamens are attached to the calyx or corolla or the other members of the flower. That time the flowers are discriminate like epipetals, in the sense stamens are attached to the petals. Epiphyllus, stamens are attached to the perianth. And another one important thing I told you, sometimes means if stamens are attached within themselves, in the sense outerly kuda ಏನು ಅಂತಂದಾಗ ಅವು attached ಇರ್ತಾವು, united ಇರ್ತಾವು. Okay, so now here the next type of flower we are going to study, that is what? Monoadelphus. Monoadelphus. Second one is diadelphus. Next one is polyadelphus. Okay, here what is going to happen in the sense, in monoadelphus, the stamen in the sense are arranged in a one cluster or a one bundle. Stamens are in one bundle. They are arranged in a one bundle. That time we are going to call that as a monoadelphus. Here we are going to call the example is China. Example is China rose. Next, diadelphus in the sense stamens are in two bundles. They are united in a two bundles. Example is pea plant. You are going to find the stamens are arranged in a two bundles. Polyadelphus in the sense what? The stamens are arranged in two or more bundles. More than two bundles. more than 2 bundles. Example, citrus. Citrus. Example, citrus. Okay. So this is about what in the sense the androecium. Androecium, what I told you, and these definitions are very important. One is epipetalous, epiphyllous, monoidalous, diidalous, polyidalous. These all are important for a 1 marks question. Understood? And the examples in which type means the example in which you are going to find the epipetalous, epiphyllous, monoidalous, diidalous, polyidalous, and who all are what dreaming about the medical and all used to go for the competitive exam NEET. That time again these concepts are very important, including what examples, then the definitions, okay, etc. So in today's class, what else we are discussed in the sense, in earlier the parts of the flower we are discussed about the calyx and corolla. These are the accessory organs. And there we have studied the different types of flowers based upon the arrangement of a calyx, corolla, androecium with respect to the gynoecium, and then aestivation. And here now we are discussing about, or we are discussing about the androecium. Androecium, it is composed of what? Stamen. Androecium, it is composed of stamen, and each stamen is represent the male reproductive organ. I told you this is very important. Then what I discussed about the stamen, I drawn the diagram of the stamen. Stamen composed of filament, then anther. I told you anther, it is bilobe, and each lobe of anther consists of 2 chambers. We are going to call them as a pollen sac. There the development of pollen grain is to take place. This is also very important. After that, what I told you in the sense, these stamens within the flower, they used to attach other part of the flower, or they are attached or united within them, within themselves. Based upon that, we have studied in this particular class 5 different types of flowers, like epipetalous, in the sense these stamens, each in the sense stamens are attached or stamens are united with the petals. That time we are going to call it that such type of flower is called as a epipetalous. Example, brinjal. If the stamens are attached or united with the erianth, that time we are going to call it as a epiphyllous. Example, lily. Next, here the stamens, when they are united within themselves or attached within themselves, and they used to form a bundles. When they are going to form a bundles. If you are going to get a single bundle, arrangement of a stamens within a 1 bundle, that time we are going to call monoidalous. That's such type of flower we are going to call as a monoidalous. A-D-E. What? A-D-E-L-T-H-O-U-S. Monoidalous. If the stamens are united within a 2 bundles, within 2 bundles, in the sense 1 bundle, another bundle, 2 bundles we are going to find about the stamens. That time we are going to call it as a diidalous. Example is pea plant. Next one is polyidalous. Polyidalous in the sense more than 2 bundles of a stamens found in a flower. And example is citrus. Example is citrus. So these many things you are going to remember regarding the androecium. These many things you are going to remember regarding the androecium. Androecium, it is the male reproductive organ. It is composed of stamen. Each stamen represents the male reproductive organ. Stamen consists of filament and anther. Anther, bilobe, these things. Just to remember. Okay. In next class, the last what part of the flower? That is what? Gynoecium. We are going to study the gynoecium, and there also we are going to study in such a way that what are the different here we used to call androecium as a stamen. There we are going to call that one as a the different parts in a gynoecium, like ovary, style, stigma. Those things we are going to study in next class. So this is about the today's class, and in today's class we are discussed here about the androecium. The androecium is a male reproductive organ of a flower. Okay, so I'm going to stop here. Thank you. We will continue with the next part of a flower, that is the gynoecium. It is female reproductive organ of a flower. Okay, thank you.